one who knows nothing can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
Good tidings, everybody, and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast. This is episode number 128, and boy, do we have a treat for you. We have a special guest today, but before I get to that, let me introduce my co-host, my brother, my best friend, and Kingdom Hearts 2 stan, Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hello. I'm back.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He's here. This is the longest-running Kingdom Hearts podcast on the internet. And in a little bit, we are going to be joined by our good friend, well-known Kingdom Hearts content creator, Bio-Roxas.
Clickbaited in the title, Bio-Roxas.
Clickbaited in the title. You already know because you saw the title. It's probably going to be like, Bio-Roxas said what about KH2? It's probably going to be something like that.
Yeah.
We had a nice conversation with our good friend Bio. We were supposed to do it last week, and then things came up. But now he was here, and it was a great convo. Love the man. Such a friendly and funny and poignant and just
cute.
He's cute too, honestly.
And
he doesn't
cute.
have Roxas hair, but he's
Hey.
cute.
Hey, he's cute.
Jason is looking respectfully right now at Bio-Roxas.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. Anyway, before we get to that, we have a podcast review.
What?
I know. And we also have a little bit of news to talk about, but let's start with the podcast review,
No,
Jason.
no way.
This podcast review is from Logan Mahi. And they say 5 stars, best and pretty much only regularly recorded. I can't say regularly. regularly recorded KH podcast. And they say, these two wacky boys find some way to make nothing, literally nothing, no news, no anything, into something about Kingdom Hearts every week. They regularly, get it, diss regular Pat. Regular Pat, more like wash that hat, stinky. Anyway, thank you guys for letting me look forward to the end of the week even more and helping me through my day that much easier. Love you guys. Logan, as promised, you get special brownie points for insulting regular Pat.
God.
I can't wait to see Pat's reaction
sure he
video.
washes his hat, dude.
I don't know. He'll tell you the hat doesn't exist, actually.
He actually, does he wash the hat?
Does Pat wash the hat? We need to know. Anyway, if you want to be a baller like Logan,
He just wears it in the shower, dude. It's washed.
all you have to do is go on to Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars, and insult regular Pat. And that's all you have to do. And it helps the algorithm for us.
Yeah.
And honestly, Pat,
Win-win.
Pat could use the shout out, okay? Anyway, moving on, Jason. There's some news that's maybe not quite Kingdom Hearts news, but maybe.
Square
Possibly.
Enix news?
Possibly. Square Enix has announced a 50-minute presentation at this year's Tokyo Game Show.
Oh my God, please.
And,
I'm frothing at the mouth.
let me say, I saw this morning, and as I was getting ready for work, and instead of putting on my work uniform, I put on some clown shoes. I put on a big red rubber nose. I put some clown makeup on because I was like, maybe Kingdom Hearts will be there.
No.
So, here's the thing. This is a Japanese game show, the
Square
Tokyo
Enix
Game Show.
Japan.
So, I don't know that they're going to show Guardians of the Galaxy or Life is Strange. But I don't know that they're going to show Kingdom Hearts either, Jason. What do you think about this?
I mean, yeah, they're obviously going to show shit for Endwalker, but other than that, I really don't know. I really don't think that there would be Guardians shit there unless they really just have nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That game's not ready for more shit. You know, like even in the shit that they did show, the frame rate would tank like so much.
Dude, that game's coming out this year.
It's not good. It's getting delayed, dude. There's no way.
No, it's not. It's coming out this year.
It's gonna come out a buggy mess.
Anyway, I don't think they're going to show that stuff. They're also probably not going to show Final Fantasy 16.
No.
Yoshida said recently We really want to show something for Tokyo Game Show 2021, but we probably can't make that deadline. We definitely want to show it, but isn't it better if when we do, you're able to play it right after? I personally don't like it when small bits of info are released to string people along. I talked about this with the team and director Takai-san. We want to reveal something where people will say, I want to play it now, release it now, and we can reply, sure, here you go. So it doesn't sound like 16 is going to be there. 50 minutes, dude? It's looking an awful lot like Kingdom Hearts is going to be there.
And dude, I might be huffing some heavy copium right now. I might be Kingdom Hearts. Dude, it's not copium, it's hopium.
Yeah, dude, we're hitting that
hoping.
hopium.
I'm fucking hoping. Please, anything Kingdom Hearts, for the love of God.
Please. So that's something to keep an eye on. I missed the date of the Tokyo Game Show. October 1st. So
Oh boy.
the Screen Extreme is going to be at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 1st.
Jesus.
Because, it's in Japan. So I'm not saying Jason and I will wake up for this.
But we'll be
But
up
we
from
might
the next
stay up
day.
from the last day. I don't know. We might stream it. We don't know. It depends. But I'm interested to see what they show. I think they could possibly show, some of the Final Fantasy VII compilation stuff. Maybe they announce Final Fantasy X-3, dude.
It would be cool if there was Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That could be there. I think they're definitely going to show Endwalker.
Yeah, 100%. That there's no way that's not there.
I think they could do 25 minutes on Endwalker, and that's like half their presentation,
I mean, yeah, they could have some stuff about the new class. They can have probably one of either the opening or beginning cinematic or something like that, like part of it teased or something. Any new, anything that they haven't shown off that's like a new gathering job or like that type of thing.
Right.
That would be cool as well. But yeah, I really don't know otherwise.
So it's a mystery to all of us.
Kingdom
I can't imagine it's going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a very Western-centric title. Same with Life is Strange. Same with something like Hitman. Like, I just don't think those things are going to show up on the Tokyo Game Show. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll have maybe they won't dedicate as much time to it. But
I can see like a minute, but there's 50 minutes, dude.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so keep your eyes on that. If you're like me, put on your clown shoes and your clown makeup and your clown wig and go on your nose. Maybe get in your clown car.
Yeah, hop in our comically small car.
Yep.
With the boys.
Clown car with the boys. Anyway, that's all I really have to say on it. I just wanted to make note of it. Either way, maybe they'll show Power Wash Simulator DLC, dude.
Yo!
The best Square Enix game released this year, Power Wash Simulator.
Yo, that's nuts.
Dude, it is nuts. Anyway, we are going to take a very early short break for this podcast because when we come back, we're going to be joined by our good friend Bio-Roxas. And we talk about Kingdom Hearts, we talk about Final Fantasy 14, we talk about content creation. As always, it is a treat. I want everybody to know that I did my hand like a hello. I did my hands like a hello kind of thing when I said that. It's always a treat.
Like if you were to bow.
Yeah, and I go hello.
And you flip your hand over and over.
I think I'm getting that from I Love You Man, starring Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. When they're at the house showing right when they meet each other, and then this couple walks in, and Jason Segel as he's walking by goes hello like that, and he does his hand like that. I think that's where it came from. Anyway, we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we'll be Biorxis, and then we'll take a break after that. And when we come back, we'll be doing the question of the week, which is very it might be a question of the week that'll make you want to pull your hair out.
Or sniff somebody's hair.
Okay, all right, we'll be right back. Yeah, dude, I watched that video and it made me laugh. And then what made me laugh even harder was going to look at the comments.
God damn it. It's so bad. I tried. I distinctly tried to make the least offensive jokes in that video.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
Your least favorite KH game?
Yeah.
That video?
What it says about you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in my original video, like the what your favorite Kingdom Hearts game says about you or whatever.
Yeah.
Originally I had something like for KH2 and KH3. I think the first one, like the first quote unquote draft was for Kingdom Hearts 2. It came up and I was like, this game's great, and I can't say anything else, or I'll get like dogpiled or like send death threats. And I was like, probably shouldn't say that one, so I'm gonna switch to this. And people still got mad.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm glad. Like, and I saw like the outburst to like that, and I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't go with the other one.
Yeah, dude. That's how the internet works, though. You think you're tiptoeing enough around something so people won't get mad at you, but then they just fucking don't care, and they'll get mad at you no matter what. It's almost like they can sense your original joke. They're like, you were gonna say this, and I know you were. You know.
Yeah,
I know that's not what you really want to say.
Yeah, we know what you really think, you Bio-Roxas.
Oh man. And then so for this one I was like, okay, I'll do as simple as I can. And people were still mad, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't care.
I was reading the comments myself, and I was like, okay, I can't read anymore. Like I need to back away for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't even dare look.
I was like getting mad for you, and then you posted some on Twitter, and I was like, oh, here we go again.
Which I felt kind of bad because there were comments that were like shitting on like all the Kingdom Hearts games, and I feel like I ended up just picking ones that were about 3, and that like I didn't feel very good about that.
Well,
but it's okay.
It's because like the people that hate 3 are so like toxic about it. You know what I mean? Like I prefer 3 to 2, but I'm not like out there being like, oh, I can't believe anybody would ever like Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Lately I've been seeing so many comments though about like I've been seeing like the opposite. Like so for when Kingdom Hearts 3 first came out, right? Like there's a lot of people that were like shitting on KH3. But now I see a lot of people just like being upset, or like still like being like, oh man, I can't believe people think about Kingdom Hearts 3 like this. And like I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I don't see it a lot either.
So that seems like just like the opposite, like, right? Like there's a pendulum effect of like there were people that were mad about this, and now we're being mad at the people that were mad at it.
Right.
But it's like still toxic.
Well, and it's funny that we're talking about this because I actually wanted to ask you about this. Like, I want to know the definitive Biorxis opinion. What is the best KH game?
I like KH3.
That's your favorite?
I think so.
I think so too.
Right now.
I think that's your favorite.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I feel like I have so many. So not just the game, but just like my whole YouTube career was launched by it. Like I have so many memories of just like, you know, spending hours looking into these animations and being like one of the few that was actually paying attention in the beginning.
Right.
And so it holds a special place for me. Yeah.
Dude, I agree with you. I think KH3 is really good. I think you know, it's obviously a different game from 2, which it should be. Like it was years in between those 2 games, you know, and video games as a whole has changed. You know what I mean? Like they don't make games the same way they used to back then.
Yeah.
And so it should be different. But like for whatever reason, there's like a rabid fan base out there that just wanted KH2 but with better graphics. And
that really just falls to the influencers at the time that were really pushing that narrative.
Ooh. Oh,
Also
I like
just
that.
nostalgia.
I never thought of it that way, but you're absolutely right about that.
I would say my one criticism, like that I still hold to, like regardless of what anybody says, is like the synthesis in 3 is fucking whack. Except for like,
I don't think I've done it. I haven't touched anything outside the Keyblade stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like where KH3 synthesis does like do good is like leveling up the Keyblades, but other than that, the synthesis feels really trash. And then also even like counting remind and stuff, there's not like a whole, you can level up so fast in 3, and then there's not like other things to get stronger besides your Keyblades, right? Like whereas you have like your summon gauge, you have like there's not ways to power up Ralph or whatever, which I think would be really fucking cool if there was ways to make your form changes stronger besides like your Keyblades, making the summon stronger, stuff like that, which I feel like is kind of lacking in 3. because I feel like there's not a whole lot to do. You know what I mean? Once you beat the base game and like obviously I'm counting Remind as well, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of grinding that you have to do in 2, which I like grinding in games. So I just wish that there was a little bit more of that other than fly around in my spaceship and shoot meteors to level up all my Keyblades.
Yeah, I never actually got to like explore with the what's it called, with the gummy ship, and that's one thing I wish I would have done too. Like I really like when I say like I only did Keyblade stuff, like I only did Keyblade stuff,
right?
And so like I never even platinumed the game or got like the treasure chests and all that stuff. Which I really wish I would have. I probably should at this point.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
dude,
go
that's
back and do that.
some good content for you.
Some good stream content.
Yeah. Just go
Yeah.
mindlessly do gummy ships for a couple hours. I will say,
Or like
I don't
getting
know.
the chests is way more fun.
yeah.
I think I did end up getting that. I was losing my mind in Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, they're so hidden there. I will say, as a trio of Kingdom Hearts content creators, I'm happy that not one of us is a psychopath that said something like Kingdom Hearts 1 is the best game. Because it's not.
Really trying to start that beef.
I'm glad we're not regular padding this, is what I'm saying.
Or Novion.
Oh yeah,
We're not
Nova's a Kingdom Hearts
copium out
1
of our
game.
minds.
No, Kingdom Hearts 1's good, but like, there's a reason people talk about Kingdom Hearts 1 be like getting a remake of it, right?
Mm.
Like, no one talks about remaking KH2 because it's a perfect
Yeah.
game, right?
It's the perfect game.
So good. Yeah, love it.
It just shows its age. Like it's the first one. It's the same thing with like Final Fantasy 1. Like
Yeah.
it's the first one, so you give it a pass,
For sure.
and you
For
also
sure.
have nostalgia for it.
Kingdom Hearts 1 does some really cool stuff, but it's
Definitely.
I just definitely think it's in third place, in my opinion, of those three.
Oh yeah, so it's what, KH3, KH2, KH1?
Yeah, that's my ranking. Yeah, Jason, I think would
and I feel like that's how it should be. It should get better as it goes.
you'd
Yeah,
still pick
right.
KH3 first, Jason?
I think right now I'm currently like I like KH2 better right now, but that's because I was speedrunning KH3 and it was like triggering
yeah.
me. And then now I'm gonna speedrun KH2, but then it's gonna happen. It's gonna reverse. I'm gonna like KH3 better.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm doing like a level 1 run of KH2 and I fucking hate it. I've done it before. I can do it. It's just like I don't like. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I've seen
And I
that
really
a lot
think
actually.
that's what.
People really like KH2 and then they go and do a level 1 run and they go, yeah, KH2's really bad. And then like they wait and
It's
then
not good.
it comes back
It's
and they go,
not.
oh, it's really good, you know? But
Yeah.
It's good when you play it like just normally, right? Because the whole point of to me the whole point of KH2 is like you are just so broken that like anything
Yeah.
you do just like that's the whole point of all the Kingdom Hearts games, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is like you just mash X and you just do super cool things. That's the whole point of Kingdom Hearts. It's fun.
Yeah, no,
And
I
so
agree.
when you actually have to like I was stuck on like the Reaper in KH2 forever and I ended up cheesing it where
Oh, that fight's terrible though.
Yeah. That just even everyone says that's the worst boss fight ever.
I hate it.
Ground Shaker's pretty bad too though.
That one you
is
literally
it
just
the-
spam triangle.
He's still bad though.
No, when you get up on top of him, he spams a bunch of
Lightning
like
and
thunder
shit.
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, that one's not even like
Yeah.
required. But
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
it's still a pain in the ass. I love that boss because I was just like, yo, we're way out here in the Pride Lands and I'm fast as fuck and this boss is huge. What the hell? Like
It is cool. It is
right?
a cool
Because
boss.
when you play it normally, you're not dying, and so it's just like you're running around.
Right. It's a spectacle
you-
like Kingdom Hearts should be. Agreed.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's why I like KH3 the best because it just like yeah,
Yeah, it
to
just tops
Jason's
that.
point, there's not a lot of grinding and stuff to like improve, but like they just like, hey, you want to kill a bunch of guys with a pirate ship? Here you go, dude. You wanna fucking get in the teacups? Like it's just like this weird like
Yeah.
Disney fever
Well,
dream.
And I like that because like I have a kid, I don't have time to grind. Like I don't want to sit and like grind for 3 hours so I can get past something, right?
yeah, no,
Like-
no, yeah. That should not be a thing. You shouldn't have to grind. It should be an option for sure. Like
Mm.
I think things where if there's a certain play style that you like and you just want to go crazy with it. And that's what a lot of people really like in KH1 is like you can just go fucking crazy with magic and like pretty much just full crutch magic the whole game and be really, really strong. but like there's not as much of that in the other games. I think if you're able to have, I think the equipment as well was a little bit like, there's just shit that was like very obviously best in slot like immediately for KH3. But like if there was stuff where it was like, yo, this equipment powers up your summons or some shit, and then like you just get a bunch of those, and then like now your summons are insane, like that just type of stuff is cool as fuck. And like just seeing that type of content as well, whether someone is like, yo, I went through and farmed out all of these like earrings, summoning earrings or whatever, and I have 5 of them on, and now I'm like one-shotting shit with Meow Wow. Like that would be just like cool content, fun to do. Like I feel like it's just missing that.
Here's the thing though, like it kind of has that,
Gotcha.
except you don't have to grind. Like you can just one-shot shit with Meow Wow straight up. Like
I mean, it's strong, yeah, for sure.
they made
turn
the
that easy
summons
code on.
overpowered, like instead of having you grind for it.
I think they're strong. I think you
Ralph
should be
is
able to
broken.
make them stronger. Like feeling stronger as you go is definitely important.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying they made the choice of, hey, we're gonna make these things strong from the get-go if you use them right. And you don't improve them, they're still strong. Like end game, they're still strong.
Yeah, they do scale with your magic.
Yeah. If you guys haven't noticed, we are talking with our friend Bio-Roxas here today.
It's me. Hi.
It's him. If
Sorry,
you
I
don't
guess we
know
just
who-
kind of like started talking.
I mean, I'm gonna do an intro before this, so I don't need to explain who you are. But Bio is a good friend of ours and one of the first people that we kind of got to interact with in the Kingdom Hearts community. And he said, "Hey, you know what, guys?
Oh, really?
Come hang out with me. We'll do like charity live streams and stuff." And
Really?
yeah, dude, for sure. Like we
That's
knew
cool.
Mel,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's a reason you were like the second guest we ever had, because we didn't know anybody. And meeting you has kind of opened up a whole new avenue of different things for us. So I don't know if I've ever told you that.
Oh, that's
actually.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, what a nice guy you are, you know?
I'm so great. Let's talk more about this.
Yeah, dude, that makes me totally comfortable when people tell me how great I am. It's awesome.
I love it. That is cool. I didn't know that.
I wanted to ask you, I saw this on Twitter the other day, and
Twitter.
yeah, Jason doesn't have a
Twitter.
Twitter, but
Twitter.
you were tweeting about how you've been struggling a
Okay,
little
do you
bit.
not have a Twitter?
He does not
No.
have one.
Twitter's too cringe,
Okay.
dude. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's too cringe for him.
It's too cringe. I'll get too mad. I'll start too much beef.
That's true.
Yeah,
like, you know
that's
how
what I did when I
sometimes
first started
Bio,
Twitter.
you kind of like have some like, back and forth with people. Jason would be doing that every day.
Every day, probably.
Yeah. It's so
Over shit that
exhausting.
doesn't even matter.
Like the Kupo coin.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I'd get in some
Oh,
fist fights
man.
verbally over the Kupo coin.
Did I tell you guys I would get like, never mind.
No,
No.
what?
Spill the beans, dude.
Yeah, they don't listen to this podcast. I like some creators would like send me DMs about like how toxic people were being on Twitter, and they'd like screenshot like Super Butter Buns making fun of the Kupo coin drama. I'm like, oh, they're just not helping the community at all. And I'm like, okay,
Right.
we can't make jokes.
Right, sometimes it's just jokes. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. Like Kingdom Hearts fans and the Kingdom Hearts like community in general have this like thing where it's like, well, only if you're not someone I consider part of Kingdom Hearts, you can't make fun of it. Only I can. But it's like they're silly games. They're fun, silly games. It's okay to make jokes about it,
Yeah,
But people are always so defensive about it.
yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, what I was going to ask you, because we started talking about Twitter.
Sorry.
Twitter.
Recently, it's Jason's fault. It's not yours. You don't have to apologize. You've been playing a lot more. I mean, not recently. You've always played Final Fantasy 14, but you recently have been playing a lot more Final Fantasy 14, at least on Twitch. Your YouTube stuff,
Yeah.
you're still releasing a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff, and you're still playing Kingdom Hearts on Twitch. But you were talking about on Twitter recently how you've been kind of struggling with that, because what you want to do is play Final Fantasy 14 and have that kind of content, but I think people kind of pull you in another direction.
Yeah, I go back and forth on it because I'm like, on one hand, if I just strictly go 14, it's just not, like, it's gonna tank my channel, right? Like
Right.
I have to slowly build up that audience as I like kind of like keep everything else level. But on the other hand, I hate like I made a joke of it on Twitter yesterday, the day before, like, oh yeah, like this is cool, like this video hit 20,000 views, that's great, have you seen my other content? Because like it literally makes me so happy to see a 14 video like hit 1,000 views, as opposed to like putting out a Kingdom Hearts video and getting 100,000 views. Like my heart's not in it right now.
Right. No, I get that, but I think it's kind of it's tough. But I'm glad that I know I make fun of you a lot for it. Like whenever you come in our stream, I'm like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 content creator. But like, I think it's important that you like what you're doing and you do what you love. You know what I mean? Like we talked about this a lot. Like when you were first on the podcast, like the biggest part about like succeeding at YouTube or anything is just like making sure you're doing what you love. You know? And
yeah.
I do agree there's a good way to do it where you like build it up as opposed to just, hey, no more Kingdom Hearts, just Final Fantasy 14, right? But I just want to tell you, I admire your courage in that, because I think it's pretty tough, because we see it too. We'll play something like out of the ordinary that's not Kingdom Hearts, and you know you dip by like 30% of what you normally do, if not more.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, this is scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was building an audience for Kingdom Hearts on Twitch, and literally like every time I was about to go live, like I was dreading it. I would like just run out of energy halfway through the stream, because like I didn't enjoy it. And then that shift was coming from like also playing Final Fantasy 14 on the side and like really like falling in love with that game. And so like whenever I'd go live, I'd be like, damn, like I could stream Kingdom Hearts and like, hit that 70, 75 viewership, because it was like right when Kingdom Hearts 3 mods are out. And so like I pulled in a lot of views. And so it was like I could do that, and I know this will do well, or I can go play 14 and pull in like 10 viewers. and I'd rather do 14. And that's why I stopped, because I mean there was like, because I hit a really big stride when the mods first came out, and I didn't like it. I couldn't. I just stopped cold turkey on any like mod showcase stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely weird, because when it comes to Final Fantasy 14, because it's an MMO, like people would rather just play with you than watch your stream. You know what I mean? Or like will be, and the same thing would happen when I would stream Final Fantasy. It's like people don't want to watch the stream; they just want to come in, and because it's an MMO, like that's what that's the point of it, to play with other people, and really just it gets a lot of people into playing the game.
Well, it's such a different, I feel like there's two different camps in 14 streams. So you have high level content where like people are doing raids and savage content, and that's really what's the word, like. I feel like I feel like a lot of elitism in those kind of streams. Oh yeah. And then you have like the like MSQ streams. Yeah. And then you have like the MSQ streams where like people want to see reactions or want to like jump in dungeons with you, and it's really cool.
Yeah. I say there's another camp as well where it's like you're doing if you're doing like transmog events and shit like that.
Yeah. It's just like it's such a different experience than like a single player game in some ways, although 14 feels like a single player game at times, especially if you do like MSQ stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, the community is really, really fun. I just remember like I don't even know how to like put it into words. I was just like I've connected with like so many cool people, and maybe that's what it was like Kingdom Hearts had become such a big thing where I wasn't able to connect with people anymore. And so like I had to not be guarded, but it was like, okay, like I'm like a Kingdom Hearts influencer, right? But then when I play 14, it's just like I'm just another person in the community.
Interesting.
And so like, yeah, I mean like all of some like really close friends that I've made now, and that like I talk to a ton, are people that reached out and went through like the Around My Born dungeons with me, or like the Heavensward stuff. And so like I was able to get that same sense of like, as a small creator where I was like making friends and building an audience, like I got to like do that over again, and that was really cool.
Yeah, because I mean, I I remember really early on when you were playing 14 a little bit, but you were still doing like the mod stuff, and Kingdom Hearts was like your main thing. But you've grown that part of like what you're doing significantly since then. You know what I mean? Like you
Oh yeah.
you have a ton of like, and that shows that like if you really want to do something, you can put your mind to it and add a certain, because I hear that from a lot of people that are streaming, like, hey, I have this niche that I'm doing, and I don't know how to get, like, I don't want to only do that, and people don't know how to do it. But it sounds like I don't know if you unlocked a code or something to do it, but you whatever you did, it worked, because you're starting. I mean, I don't know that you're still getting the numbers that you would do if you did a mod showcase, but you have people that are, hanging out with you and want to see you play 14, as opposed to just having people that want to see you play Kingdom Hearts. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't average like great numbers, like, but it definitely is more than what I started with, right? Because Realm Reborn, my first like 2 or 3 streams had a lot of people, and by a lot I mean like more than 4. And yeah, so through Realm Reborn, like, and that was one hard thing is like I didn't have a lot of time to play MMOs, and so the only time I really had was when I streamed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's been cool. Like, I mean, with the Shadowbringer stuff, like I averaged, I don't know how many people near the end, like over 100 people for like the last few streams, and I streamed like 6 or 7 hours each time. Like it was crazy.
That's dope.
Like I beat Shadowbringers in like a week.
Well, and to your credit too, like, right now we're experiencing kind of like a Kingdom Hearts like drought, so to speak. And you're going to be able to say, hey, there's the new expansion coming out for 14. This is what we're going to focus on. And I don't think anybody's going to bat an eye at it, because you've built up this. You're not just doing the flavor of the week. This is something that you're passionate about and something that you're doing.
Yeah, right. And I really like that. I think it's that, and that's what I'm so excited about with 14 is like I feel the same way that I felt when I was making Kingdom Hearts 3 content. Like when I was getting excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, that's like how I feel with 14 now. I just have energy for it, and that's really cool, because I haven't felt that in a while for Kingdom Hearts content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely, it's a finite game, and once you've solved it, it's solved. Once you've gone through and figured out, okay, this is this animation and all that type of stuff, like. It's over. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta wait for the next stuff for them to drop. Whereas 14 definitely has years of backlog.
Yeah, what was interesting with like my old content was like all the forms and form changes and dry forms. No one had touched that before.
Right.
No one had thought twice about animations or anything like that. And then once I finished that, though, there's that YouTuber part of like, oh, you have to keep grinding. Like you have to keep making content.
Right.
And so I tried to do stuff with like bosses, and that like I think everyone knew that I didn't like it and nobody liked it. It was boring. So yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think just kind of like realizing that I just need to make what I want to make, and that's all that matters, really.
Well, but to your credit though, I mean, it's not like you've not done anything Kingdom Hearts. Like you're still making these videos that are coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, at this point, like I want to make what I want to make, right? So if I want to make a meme video, I'm gonna make a meme video. It was just like and it's my fault, but like I wanted to finish the data battle breakdowns and like the boss fight stuff. Mm-hmm. Even though I dreaded making those, I hated making those. There's so many things I missed because I rushed it so much and like went so fast. And because I just didn't like it. And so fair. Now like I'm working on like more like essay stuff for Kingdom Hearts, because I feel like I've never been able to express some of my opinions and thoughts and stuff, because it's always been about animations.
Yeah, what you were
so
doing
excited for that
was very much like, hey, this is a fact. Like this is what happens in this animation, and now you want to go more into like, hey, this is my Bio-Roxas' opinion on this, right?
Yeah. So yeah,
dude, I'm looking forward to that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I really want to pull in like, I have a background in psychology and counseling, and I have a couple ideas that I want to do with like using that, and I have a friend that's in like the psychology field too, so we're working on.
That's dope.
Yeah. So, because I see a lot of comments, so like Sora, the sunshine boy, like the ray of happiness, isn't really true, and we see that a lot in Kingdom Hearts 3, where he's not happy, but he pretends to be happy.
Right.
And so,
or someone else tells him, "Hey, you got to put a smile on that face, Sora."
Exactly, right? And so like he's always like encouraged and reinforced to be like, "Hey, I need to be happy."
Well, he's mad a lot.
Even
in 2 and 3.
Well, right? And that's why like because he has this frustration of like, I want to save my friends, right? And the way he saves his friends is, one, he saves them, but two, he doesn't make them worry about him, right?
Right.
And so that plays into that like always happy phase. But anyways.
Yeah, I never realized how toxic the whole this ship runs on happy faces.
Exactly. I was about to bring up, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 literally starts with his first interactions being, "Hey, you have to be happy with us."
Hey, Sora, I don't want to hear any bullshit out of you about being sad. You know, like wow, goofy, toxic, dude.
And he's like, "Smile," and then they like hold him down, and they're like, "We're not gonna let you go until you smile."
Puts a whole new tone on Kingdom Hearts 1 when you think about it.
Well, yeah, but then also you see like this progression of darkness that like grows inside Sora, because he can't actually like process anything, because he's always just told be happy, right? And so you have this festering, like all of these negative emotions that he really can't express, and so it's only natural to see this darkness start growing inside of him.
Yeah, and that's when he goes into rage form.
Mm-hmm.
It's all built
and
up.
still, even in the Ultimania, it says like he's angry because he can't save his friends, right? Like there's like that anger for wanting to protect his friends. And so, yeah. So there's like a lot of like self-doubt and probably like other stuff that we can dive into, but yeah. So like I don't want to do like more like in-depth stuff like that, like, right? Like jumping into like the like what makes them tick, and how these characters have been built out.
Dude, I gotta say, something I'm actually really impressed with by you is your ability to come up with ideas that people haven't really done, at least in Kingdom Hearts, right? Because like the form changes thing, like in the breakdowns, like that's such like a it seems like such a no-brainer, but you're right, no one was really doing that until you started doing it. I don't think anybody else is. Everybody's like, well, I can't copy Bio-Roxas, you know what I mean? Like you nailed it.
Except for some people.
I'm sure there's people that try, but anybody that's like a serious like content creator, artist or whatever is not gonna just like try to steal your shit, Yeah. But like just you talking about that with Sora, and I've heard you talk about that before, but just the idea
I've been
of
knocking around for a while.
Yeah, but just the idea of like exploring that kind of stuff and using like your real life background and stuff like that, like that's just so interesting to me. And it's interesting how you can just continue to come up with these new ideas, dude. Bio's my favorite content creator, Jason. Did you know that?
Yeah, I had no
thank
idea,
you.
dude. You've just been slobbing him off for like 5 minutes, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I wish sometimes I wish I was able to do this full time, because I feel like if I had more energy, I would be able to put more of my ideas into practice. But
You're one of those people though that it's gonna happen for.
I don't know if I'd ever want to, honestly.
Really?
Yeah,
Why not?
I feel like I would probably keep my day job, even if I like somehow like blew up, unless it was like insane blow up. But I feel like my content's it's like interesting ideas, but it's so niche. It's not like the generic clickable stuff that a lot of stuff does well on YouTube.
Yeah, you're
Like
not saying, yo, they put Destiny Islands in a bottle pog. You're not doing that kind of stuff.
So, and I've kind of come to terms with like, I don't have that personality that's for like super famous, right? Like I'm not over the top or like hype or anything like that. So
That's not. I disagree. Where like that's not necessary. Like a lot of very famous online content creators are, but there is definitely a lot of online content creators that do well that are not just like yeah, those stuff fucking like clickbait, like YouTube video, like the thumbnail, but like they're not just gonna be like screaming at every single living thing. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely a lot of people, and I'm sure you know of Asmongold. He's not like somebody. He's in FF14, but he's not somebody who's like screaming about every single living thing. A lot of his stuff that he does very well is him just talking about something in an intelligent way, and people really enjoy that type of stuff. So I don't think that necessarily you would need to be somebody who's like, I don't know, ex Fortnite streamer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I also think I'd like to see a stream where you just try to do that.
God, I would die. I'm not. I really can't act or like do anything. Like I get
just want to
so
play like
embarrassed.
Apex Legends, and it's like me and Bio and Tatsu, and me and Tatsu are like full crackhead energy and like pulling Bio into it the whole time.
See, I don't. There's something I don't know. There's always something in like the back of my head where like I can't. I don't know. I don't like. I like being like a streamer and all this stuff, but like acting or doing voices or putting myself out there in like funny ways just like terrifies me.
Dude,
I can't do it.
For
Once
the
you do
bit,
it,
for
yeah.
the bit, Bio.
I don't know. I don't even know if I could do it for a bit.
This would be incredible
really don't.
content if you could do it for a bit, dude.
Yeah, like me and Tatsu are just like, can I get
It's like a mental block.
Like,
It literally, like it's a mental block where I can't get over it. I tried to do like Final Fantasy VII streams and like do voices for that, and that was like the most painful. Like I think I did like 3 streams of it, and it was so painful. I hated it.
Yeah, I get that.
that's just boring though, dude. I'm not gonna cap. Fucking just reading text for like hours and hours. Like there's definitely a place and time for it, but like doing it your entire freaking stream, man, it's like,
Oh yeah, I hate it. That's why I didn't stream a lot of Neo, The World Ends with You, because there was so much text. It was so exhausting.
Yeah.
I loved it, and I was really invested in it. But one, like that game did not do well in the directory and on Twitch. I don't know if you guys streamed it.
that did not do well at all.
It did not do well. But
Which
two,
is
like
strange,
it was.
because you think for the amount of fucking people that ask us to play it, you think it'd be doing fucking like 200 viewers for every person that streams it. But I think that's just because people want to torture us, not because they'd actually watch.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really bizarre.
I don't think it's a good stream game. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah, it's so story focused.
I mean, even watching Preferred Whale 6, go follow Preferred Whale 6.
Shout out to Whale.
Watching her, like, there's just so much, like, you're just doing the same 4 abilities over and over to kill this enemy or kill this enemy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could definitely see where it would be fun for the person playing, because you're thinking about it, you're doing all this stuff, but as like a spectacle, you're just like screen nuking like every like 10 seconds type thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a good stream game in that, like, I guess I don't know how much you have to think about actually playing it. Like, you can just talk to your chat, but once you've seen a couple of battles, you've like seen every single battle. You know what I mean? Like, from a viewer standpoint, there's definitely mechanics going on in the fights, but when I see, it's like, okay, use an ability, time press the button, use the ability, time press the like, from a viewer's standpoint, I don't think it's a good game, even as like it's just like a lot of screen nukes and shit like that. I don't know. That's my opinion, having watched actually quite a bit.
More than you would think,
More
Jason
than
has
you would
watched.
think.
Yeah, it is weird that because there was a lot of excitement for it. I don't know if it was because people really didn't want to get spoiled when it first came out, and that's why it just didn't do well. But I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. Because leading up to it, because I did a stream of the demo, and that's actually how I got it, like, connected with the voice actor for Indo. Like, that did really well. But then when the game came out, like, it just, I think a couple streamers like hit it really hard, and then everyone kind of saw it and we're like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's all I can think.
Well, I think honestly, and this is like me like being like tinfoil hat theory guy, but like I honestly think people really wanted it to connect to KH3, and then when it didn't, a lot of those people that were supposed fans of it fell off. They weren't really fans of it. They just wanted it to connect. Where the people, because it does have a decent fan base.
Scratching at the neck, dude.
Right. They were just like, it's got to connect, right? And then it didn't. And then the people that like the series and actually like it for what it is, like, were just playing it themselves and weren't really like watching streams because they didn't want to spoil anything. So I think it's like a combination of those things. Once people found out it wasn't connected, they were just like, okay, well, that's fine, but I don't,
I think even if KH4 came out tomorrow, like, yeah, there would be people who'd watch it, but I don't think that, like, I know that a lot of people who are like our regulars for our stream wouldn't be there because they don't want to get spoiled. They want to play the game themselves first.
Yeah.
Frankly, Kingdom Hearts isn't that great of a stream game.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it is for us because that's what there are people that watch us know us for.
Exactly, right?
Because we have outside content. Yeah.
Right.
No one's going to grow playing Kingdom Hearts, even if one drops tomorrow.
Well,
there's exceptions to that.
Because there are a lot of people that have been streaming it. There's been a lot of people that have hit partner because they've done a Kingdom Hearts playthrough.
There have been people that are bigger than us that have like had really big success playing it because Kingdom Hearts fans will watch it for the reaction. But at a certain point, Kingdom Hearts isn't a good stream game because if you've already played it and you've already had those reactions, people aren't going to watch it. Like outsiders aren't good, or not outsiders, but people that aren't big fans of you as a streamer aren't just going to watch it. The exceptions are like stuff like that when they're playing it for the first time and getting a reaction. And then like I think speedrunning, a lot of people like to watch that and just chill to that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
But like if you and I, like if we didn't have this podcast and we had the same kind of following and we just played Kingdom Hearts 3 again, I don't think anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It wouldn't do well.
No, absolutely not. Like if you're just randomly playing, like you can get a couple people, you could get even double digits, but I don't think that like you're gonna pop off just grinding Kingdom Hearts, like the story over and over and over and over and over.
Unless you're Bio-Roxas, because everybody loves him.
Well, I was gonna say like I think I did well, but just because like I was able to transfer my stream, my content from YouTube over to stream.
Right. Yeah, if you're not, well, and I think that's like a lot of games. Like a lot of games aren't good stream games, but if you already have an audience for that game because you had YouTube content or a podcast or whatever, it can work. Then there's games that are like good stream games, like things like, I mean, you can't say Fortnite's not a good stream game, right? Because there are people that play it and
make a living,
and like Ninja didn't have a Fortnite podcast before he started streaming Fortnite.
There's a Fortnite podcast, really?
No, there's not. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like it's a game that lends itself to streaming. Apex Legends, another one. Like these.
I see.
like games that have like stream drops. You know what I mean? Like Valorant was like the biggest fucking thing on Twitch for months because you had to get a key through watching a streamer play Valorant.
Right. That was really smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was ridiculous. And you know what? Like, that's the same thing that's going to happen with New World, which is the new Amazon game. They have literally things where you can link your Twitch account to your game. You can literally hide other people that are streaming in-game. Like, if you want to make it so that's, like, you're only promoting your own shit type thing, there's going to be, like, drops and stuff because it's owned by Amazon and so is Twitch, so there's going to be stuff that they can give to you, to your viewers, or to you in game for having it connected to your Twitch. That's just going to be a good stream game inherently, regardless of, what the actual content is, because it's an MMO, which is already a good content, or like already good stream game, and then two, it's directly integrated into Twitch because it's owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think with KH, it's like challenge run. First time playthrough. Or
randomizer. And randomizers make me want to fucking die.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of randomizers.
Dude, everybody's doing it all the time. And like we've had people ask us, why aren't you guys doing randos?
How do you do it?
I like randos.
I'm convinced you cannot do that every fucking day and still enjoy it. I did 4 and I'm tired of it.
See, like I like it, but like, and I felt like when we were doing it,
I enjoyed it when I did it the first time.
And then they ask us like, why aren't you doing randos like everybody else? And it's like, because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
I don't get how people can still enjoy that.
I
like the the novelty of like opening a chest and having something random, or like having a random boss appear, wore off after like the 7th run. Like
Definitely. I don't think it evolved fast enough as far as like because one, a lot of people didn't really take the like speedrun aspect of it super seriously, whereas in other games that have randomizers, that game is just like known for speedrunning, like Ocarina of Time or Super Metroid, like those, or Link to the Past, like all that type of stuff. You're able to do all of this crazy tech with stuff, or by having a freaking, what are those like screen wipe missiles in Super Metroid? Like having one of those early on. Like, are you kidding me? Like you're gonna be able to.
Bro,
just
you don't know
one
about
shot
power
through.
bombs, dude?
I don't fucking play the game, but anyway, it's like there's things like that where, yeah, if you have final form on an early boss, you're just gonna nuke the fucking boss. But like, no, I don't feel like a lot of people were taking it serious. Like, yeah, there's rando races for sure, like tournaments, but I don't think that really did as good as it does in.
I know. I think it's still doing well for those people. It's just like what I'm saying is, and what Bio's saying, I don't understand how someone does that every day. How they go, all right, time to stream. Let's fire up another rando. Like I can't do that every day. Like that's nuts.
Yeah.
And I like randos. I think they're fun. But
also,
like,
I want multi-worlds, please. Thank you.
yeah.
I wanna open a chest in my game and give Mike Valor form. You know,
please, dude. Anyway, Bio, I know you don't have a lot of time left before you got to go, but there's one. People will be mad at me if I don't ask you to answer the question of the week this week, dude.
Yeah. The
question of the week this week, and you answered it with a Final Fantasy 14 character, which is really funny. Ha ha ha. But
that's right.
I want to know what Kingdom Hearts character has the best hair, dude.
Didn't I say my character?
Did you?
Yeah.
In 14?
Yeah, but that's not the answer. That's not a
this baby boy.
Character.
Those aren't connected, dude. Not yet.
Oh, I'll find a way.
They're not connected yet.
Question of the. Okay, let me think. I mean, Roxas probably. That's the closest to my character's hair.
Dude, I was like,
I
sitting
would have
here.
never guessed.
Well, I was sitting here.
Yeah,
going,
right. Whoa.
He's gonna say young Xehanort, dude, and I was ready to just end the call.
No. No, I did not like his hair.
His like skunk ass hair.
Other than Roxas, maybe
Ventus.
Yeah. Oh man. I can't really think of any characters that I like think of like, wow, they have some nice hair. Except for Roxas. I used to want my hair to look like Roxas. I'd wake up and like I'd have like bed hair and I'd be like, oh my god.
Oh,
it looks a little bit like it.
Oh my god, it's kind of like Roxas.
I'm not gonna brush my hair.
Yeah, right. Oh,
that's
man.
funny. Bio.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Thank you for talking with us today,
I didn't think he was gonna say it back. Full disclosure.
I thought about it.
He said, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Damn, dude." Fuck.
Bio, I know people know who you are, but for the sake of posterity, why don't you tell people where they can find you and where they can check you out, dude?
You can find me on Twitter. Honestly, that's usually where I'm at. Yeah, so I make content on YouTube, Biorxas. Literally just Google Biorxas and you'll find it. Although there's a hyphen in the middle. Everyone always just puts it all together, and I'm like, there's a hyphen there.
Respect the hyphen, everybody.
I forget about
Respect
the hyphen
it.
too, dude. Because I see your name in Twitch chat, and it doesn't have a fucking hyphen in Twitch chat.
I know, they
dude.
won't let me do hyphen.
It just it fucks with me, dude.
So now whenever I do tags for anything, if there's tags for anything, I always do Biorxas with a hyphen and Biorxas with a hyphen. So it comes up either way.
SEO, dude. Smart.
But I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. Play a lot of Final Fantasy 14 content. If you like that, then watch it. If you don't like it, you should watch it too. The animations are really good. I don't know if you guys have seen some of them, but the animations in 14 are actually like phenomenal, which is surprising for an MMO.
I'm too busy looking at my keyboard.
Like cinematics or the animations in the fight?
Like it feels like Kingdom Hearts 3 animations.
Dude, the coolest animation I've ever seen is when the phase change in the Bahamut fight. That is like the coolest fucking thing I've seen in the longest time.
Just wait. There's a lot of cool transitions for boss fights. Oh, like the Stormblood ending boss fight. That's one of my favorite fights still to this day. So
you know,
good.
I'm actually surprised. I was like, there's going to be a point where we're talking to Bio today where I'm going to feel left out because Jason and Bio are going to talk about FF14, and I'm surprised it took this long. I'm very proud of you guys. I didn't feel left out till right now.
I did make a point. I really didn't want to talk about 14 on this podcast.
That's true. He said that
I know
before
we,
we
I know
started.
we brought it up because I even say this like during my streams of like during 14, like I want to talk about 14 when I'm streaming Kingdom Hearts. Like I don't want you to ask me about 14. Like I do want to respect that like the audience and the people that are watching are watching for this game, not for other games. And I know I come and meme with you guys in your Twitch chat, but I really when I came on here I was like I really don't want to just talk about 14 because I could talk about that for hours.
I think we've gotten to the point though where we're too mean to you when you come to our Twitch chat because we've had people be like, "Hey, be nice to Bio-Roxas."
So funny.
And we're like, "You guys,
so
he's
funny.
memeing, okay? Like this is like a meme."
He's laughing behind his keyboard right now.
He's
dude.
cackling.
Yeah, I'm like cackling like a gremlin.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Be nice to Bio," and I'm like, well, "We're not doing anything. He's memeing us. Just play the song for him." And we're like, "No."
And now it's like people are starting to turn on you now,
Okay,
too.
but you should
They're
have.
like,
You should
Bio,
have.
that's not how it works, idiot. Stupid. You absolute idiot.
Yeah, people
You
got
guys
a little
should've
mad at
played
you
it.
last stream. But anyway, dude, we're gonna let you go because I know you got to go run some raids with your community, dude, and we don't want to make you
do.
any more late. But I appreciate you coming on, dude. Please come on the podcast whenever you want, dude. We love
I would love
you.
to come on again when I have more time. I would love to just shoot the shit with you guys.
Dude.
I love it.
Anytime. Just let me know.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, brother.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Welcome back to the Ansem Report podcast. Thank you again to Biorxas for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Please go follow him on Twitter, Bio-Roxas, and on YouTube, Bio-Roxas, and on Twitch, Biorxas, no hyphen.
No hyphen.
They left the hyphen out on Twitch. He's a great dude, great content creator, and he's just a nice guy, you know?
And I'll say it again. Cute.
Okay.
Hey, looking respectfully.
Looking respectfully at Biorxas, as you all should. He's a married man.
Yeah.
The married man, that Biorxas. But he is cute. So this question of the week that it's time for,
What?
I forgot to say it's time for and then so we'll just do it now. It's fine. Question of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I want everybody to know I pointed at the air like it was gonna play magically, and Jason was very confused by everything that
That it's time for. And I was like, that made no fucking sense.
Question of the week for Meteor Phoenix. Who has the best hair in the entire Kingdom Hearts series? Also, thank you to Afro-Roxas for the thing. Man, I am just fucking up the podcast today.
Wow.
Terrible.
Fucking scuffed.
A different Roxas, Bio-Roxas, answered with his Final Fantasy XIV character.
Yeah, kind of cringe.
Wildcat Diana says, style, Axel, care, Riku. Meaning she likes Axel's hair, but Riku actually takes care of it. Phil Games says, Xehanort, LOL.
Dude, he's kind of like, he's got some nice facial hair, but then also like, got a lot of fucking veins in that head.
Yeah, dude,
in that
too many
dome,
veins.
you know his brain is big as fuck. When you can see the veins supplying the oxygen to his brain through
Right.
his skin.
Right. Too many. Alk says, anyways, because he said bio, ... Anyways, Zemnis, cause man sex, am I right? Also Aqua, cause mommy. All right, Alks.
Mommy. Mommy.
Young boy Alks just thirsting.
Mommy.
News Art says, purely based off drawing a bunch of Kingdom Hearts characters, Marluxia. Marluxia does have...
That's a good answer.
Marluxia, I look at Marluxia and I'm like, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. That's what I'm saying. Is that not even shampoo?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Anyway, Emmy
It's
says
Maybelline. I'm gonna laugh when Maybelline is like some
it's
fucking,
like makeup or something.
it's like
Yeah.
oatmeal.
It's not
He
oatmeal.
puts oatmeal in his hair.
It's not oatmeal. Break me off a piece of that
Maybelline.
Maybelline. Emmy says Syx has the best hair because it's fluffy and he takes care of it. He would use the best shampoo and conditioner he could find.
True.
Barry says legit was gonna say Syx or Marluxia, and then you both came in with both answers. Great
Now
minds
you're
think
just
alike.
a copycat. Feels bad.
Emmy also adds, also, even though this isn't the question, Zigbar has the worst because it's greasy as hell and probably smells like cigarettes. True.
Yes.
Alex with another answer. He says, wait a second, can I also say Sephiroth? Because doesn't this man canonically use like 1 billion shampoo bottles for his hair? Or was that just a meme? Either way, dude's got some fucking locks.
True.
I don't know that that's canon, dude. Like, I don't remember the part in Final Fantasy VII.
Don't break his head canon.
I don't remember the part in Final Fantasy VII where like Sephiroth like reveals his master plan. He goes, by the way, I use a lot of shampoo, Cloud.
No, they found like the shipping order. He just sleeps in a vat of shampoo.
Pantene Pro V, Cloud.
Weird. And he cuts all the bottles with one swoop of his
Yeah, and he
long-ass
just dumps
sword.
them on his hair, dude.
Yeah.
Sora X Kyrie Shipper says, oh, that one's easy for me, Marluxia, because when I first saw his hair in this scene of Rechain of Memories, I never laughed so hard in my life. Oh, it's when he's like throwing the petals in the air and his hair is just all,
Yeah, it's swirling.
Sean says, you just know who I'm going to say. They don't call it Demix time for nothing. Dude's got some rock star hair. And then both Lance and Zombie posted the same gif of Marluxia again and said, Lance said Marluxia and it's not close. And Zombie said, of course it's Marluxia. There's no other choice. We're talking about hair. Marluxia running away with this election.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Axel's sleep apnea machine says Jim Cricket because he looks like a freshly
dare you.
shaved scrotum.
How dare he? He does
And
have
he does.
he does have scrotum
He has big scrotum energy.
qualities. He's got little scrotum energy.
Big little scrotum energy. Fat dick spirit.
I never thought I would say that
Yeah.
about Jiminy Cricket.
I never thought I'd say those words, period. Bamboo says, I like Zemnis's hair. It's pretty.
It is pretty.
Original Dreamer 06 says, has literally no one answered the true Seeker of Darkness Ansem yet on the goddamn Ansem Report
No.
podcast?
It's disrespectful.
What kind of shit is this, people? Have you seen his hair? Gorgeous.
Disrespectful.
Punzi says, you guys are sleeping on Aqua's mullet. I don't know if she has a mullet. Is that a mullet?
She's got more of a like, can I speak to your manager haircut?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a bit of a Karen haircut.
Yeah.
Nick T says, Yen Sid's ass hair. And then he adds, for a serious answer, I tend to be into hairstyles that are more realistic as opposed to anime protagonist styles. My hair's past my shoulders now, and I wear my hair up a lot, so young Ericus has a hairstyle I like and could see myself wearing without having to do any crazy styling. Other honorable mentions, realistic or not, Syx, Riku KH3, and Hermod.
Hermod.
Not Vor.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting. In my
I want you guys to
in
know-
my station of awakening, I'm fighting.
I just looked at Jason, and just the slight crack,
God damn.
just the littlest bit of the corner of his mouth shot up.
I was fighting.
You did your best. Iron Daddy says, Sora hands down, specifically KH1 Sora. In KH3, his hair is getting a little too short. Billy the Kid Lawrence says, Camel Toilette has the best hair.
Jesus.
I mean, look at it. It's so sniffs the air in the non-creepiest way possible. Clean. She clearly goes off when doing her hair just to impress our boy Goofy. Am I right? I'm not weird. You're weird. Also Aqua again, because mommy. And then OJ adds to his answer, Billy is the new Zach. I think they both have chaotic energy, but it's different
It's
chaotic
definitely
energy.
different. It's
Yep.
definitely different.
I Escape says, Master Xehanort's goatee, it's the freshest in the series. Next up is Zoldan. All I can hear is, where's the fun in this? Every time I think of that guy. I come to think of it, I wish Zoldan remained one of the org members. He was too epic for just KH2 and multiple days by multiple days, and those dreadlocks put Tarzan's to shame. Wait, who is even styling his hair?
Yeah, dude, that was gonna be my answer was Zoldan because it's honestly badass. And when he's like walking in the midair and his hair's kind of like flowing everywhere, that shit's badass.
Also, the sideburns, dude.
Yeah. Fucking respect the burns, dude.
Angel says this particular concept art of Sterletzia, and it is a photo of early concept Sterletzia with very short hair, kind of almost like
cute.
lightning.
It's cute. Yeah, that does have
It's got a lightning vibe to it. Also, joke answer just for me, but Demix has the hair I wish I could have if growing out my own hair didn't make me viscerally uncomfortable. Sag.
Viscerally.
Our next answer is from Jenny. And he says, me. Ansem is a close second. I'm a sucker for longness. And he styles the front well. A+. Hell yeah.
That's bonus points.
Yeah. Bonus points for Cheney. DP Grant says, female. Kyrie's haircut in Cage 1. Her haircut in Cage 3 is pretty good. Cage 2's is pretty bad. Male. Riku's haircut in 3D. Young version, short hair. I think Nomura's style is more memorable with short and mid-length cuts because longer hair can kind of get a bit samey looking. But Seymour from Final Fantasy X is long hair done right. What about his like chest hair though?
Yeah. It's like skin. It's like weird folds in his skin.
SBCat says, best hair in Cage? Come on, it's not a question. It's obviously Xehanort. Get it? Because he's bald. LMAO. I don't know why I said it with a Mario at.
LMAO.
LMAO. No, but I actually think that Zigbar has the cooler hair. Takes a real powerful man to rock a ponytail and not look like a cretin, and Zigbar does it quite well. Plus, that streak of silver looks real nice too. Honorable mention goes to Syax. Dude's hair goes hard AF. And
His hair's metal.
I am proud to announce that SBCat has finally found his way out of SawCon because he didn't try to get me for once.
Yeah, he finally
found his way out.
It wasn't living rent-free in his head anymore.
Sick Puppy Seth says, I love Cage 2 Riku's hair. He just looks great with longer hair. A close second for me, though, is Larxene. Biorxas says, Axel. Who doesn't love a redhead?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Marxion just posts a gif of Zenmus, the one where he's putting his hand on his chest and he's just like looking and says, do I need to say more?
Yeah.
Beautiful man with beautiful hair.
It's a good moment.
Pogrease Pogshua says, Larxene Keck W. I don't know. I think her antennas are overhated.
No, they're fucking disgusting.
Orgasmic.
They're crust and disgusting, dude.
Sailor Jupiter 4 says, basic answer, but let's be real, it's Cage 2 Riku. Had zero business having hair that glorious. Square knew he'd be too powerful in Cage 3 with long hair in the Unreal Engine, so they
Preemptively?
Yeah, they meant preemptively. They preemptively cut it off for DDD, and then even shorter in 3. I mean, have you seen the fan art of it? True.
Yeah.
Jip214 says, tell me why Riku's hair has had more development than Kyrie in the whole series. Sag cry.
Dude, shut up, dude. Kyrie clearly, when she was a baby, she had, or like not a baby, a kid, like real small kid, she had hair one way. And then she saw Aqua and saw Aqua's hair and was like, yo, I need that haircut because she was badass. And then KH1, she pretty much just has Aqua's fucking hair, dude.
Yeah, true.
That's character development.
Well, Kyrie also, her hair is always based on Utada's hair.
Yeah, no, but this is the headcanon story.
Okay. Meteor Phoenix says, real answer, I think Namine's hair is lovely. Realer answer, Axel's hair looks like the sun. Commit it to memory.
Yeah.
Babaloo says, who has the best hair? My time as a Marluxia stan has come. It's Marluxia. The man is gorgeous with those locks. Flower petals erupt around him as he lowers his hood, so dramatic in a good way. The man probably spends an hour every morning getting his hair to look that perfect, and I respect that, especially with Larxene constantly knocking on the door, wondering why he's taking so long. True.
Are you kidding me? He probably has his own fucking bathroom, dude.
She's still probably knocking on it, like asking him
Yeah.
where he is.
Yeah, being nosy and annoying. And jealous of his hair.
Brundock says, best, Marluxia, insert hood flick gif. Worst, Cage 3 Sora, it's weirdly symmetrical and I hate it with unending passion. WTF award, Syax, shock blue mullet with side tassels. I'm pretty sure if you design a character like this today, you get sent straight to prison. 2005 was a wild time.
Straight to prison.
Addendum, I love him, but good lord, that hair is ridiculous. My grandma threatened me to get hers styled like that to annoy my grandpa after watching me play KH2 a few months ago.
Another addendum.
Talking Scoot says, who has the best hair in the series? Obviously, it's Mickey Mouse, rocking his circular mohawk. And it's that meme picture of...
on the cover of KH2.
Because Disney is, like, obsessed with having Mickey Mouse. Whenever you see him, you have to see both of his ears. And so, like, there's times where he turns his head, and it should mean that he just has this straight mohawk on top of his head. Last Drummer says, Donald Duck, because who needs hair when you got feathers? And then KH Waterblock says, me. Real talk, though, I've always been a fan of young Xehanort's hair, so I'll say his. Jason, do you have an answer to this week's question of the week?
Dude, it's fucking Ansem. But specifically, when it's Riku Ansem in KH2. It's just got Major Chad fucking energy.
So when you're saying it's Riku as Ansem.
Yeah. Like the KH2 version of Ansem. Seeker of Darkness.
Interesting. I'm going to say everybody slept on my boy Zexion, dude.
Yeah, no one said Zexion, and he's fucking crying right now, guys.
Dude, he's crying because he worked really hard on that emover. And you guys, he's sitting there reading a book crying. Ienzo, not as good. Zexion looks like some dude, he was fronting some shitty metalcore band on Warped Tour, dude. But all the women loved him because, I mean, look at him.
I mean, come on.
Look at him. That's my answer, is Zexion.
That's a good one. Everyone did sleep on him. That's true. I'm trying to think of if we slept on anybody else.
Yeah, we definitely didn't sleep on Lexius. That man needs...
Yeah, he needs
He
help.
needs something done with his hair, dude.
He looks like he would probably be, if he was like still like a relevant character, he'd probably be sporting a man bun now.
Right. I'm surprised no one said Yozora's hair. Because people
yeah.
always like, Yozora, I love Yozora. Anyway, Jason, what should be the question of the week next week, dude? You got anything? All right, so next week's question of the week is going to be, if Square Enix and Disney agreed to let another single franchise into their universe and you were the deciding vote, who are you picking? No blanket answers. For example, all Nintendo franchises. Acceptable example, Splatoon. Doesn't have to be a video game franchise either. It can be a book, TV show, movie series, etc. This is from Nick T. So that's the question of the week we're going with next week. I know we've done a similar question before, but it's been a while.
It's been a while.
When you have 128 episodes, you tend to repeat some stuff, okay? Cut me some slack, all right? Cut me some fucking slack.
I just need a day, okay? I just need one episode where we can do the same thing twice.
Just cut me some fucking slack.
Meanwhile, everyone's like, why can't you do the Cavern of Remembrance again?
No.
They want us to do the same thing?
Cut me some slack.
No, I just need this.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching the Ansem Report podcast this week. We'll be back next week with episode 129. Thank you again for our guest, Bio-Roxas, for being on. Again, please go follow him on all things.
Damn, dude, we didn't make him do the fucking outro. Fuck. My day's ruined.
He's done it before, hasn't he?
Fucking fuck.
All right, Jason. Well, I guess you'll have to.
May your heart be your guiding key, dude. Everyone, just
hit him
off.
with it.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, put this in the podcast randomly. Damo, he found out who I sound like in the last episode.
Oh, he did? Who was it?
It's fucking Perfect Cell, dude. It's literally Perfect Cell. He literally sent me a battle quote. He just messaged me randomly on Discord out of the blue and was like, Perfect Cell. That's all he said.
And you were like, no.
I was like, wait, what? I woke up, I'm like rubbing my eyes, like I don't have my glasses on, and I just perfect. That can't be right. So I literally went. This actually happened, right? I'm like, no way that just randomly says Perfect Cell. Let me just grab my glasses from the side of my bed. So I put my glasses on, and it just says Perfect Cell. So I messaged him about what?
What do you mean, dude?
Yeah, what? He goes, oh, at the beginning of like he didn't realize, he didn't explain it. At the beginning of your last podcast episode, you sound like Perfect Cell. And then he just immediately puts a link of like Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and he like teleports behind him, is like, hello. Like I was like, holy shit. So then I had to go, I fucking sound weird as fuck, because it sounds different to me.
Right, you sound your head voice sounds different than your actual voice.
Yes, I was like, that fucking is Markiplier.
Dude, you know what's crazy is like I've listened to myself talk so much because I edit the podcast and I edit everything we do that my head voice sounds like my voice now.
Wow,
I've ascended. My brain
Holy
is.
shit.
I added wrinkles to my brain. My head voice sounds exactly like the voice I hear on the podcast.
holy shit.
Isn't that crazy? Like my head just got used to it.
Wow, your brain is like deformed now.
Dude, dude,
It's gotta
honestly,
be.
yeah. I'm like a melon head. Big ass fucking. I'm like the Brainiac from the Incredible Hulk, dude. The top of my head's just like ginormous.
And they're gonna think that like in a million years when they excavate and like find your body or whatever, they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is up with this brain? And they're gonna think that you're like an alien or like a diverted species.
And then one really smart scientist is just gonna go, no, he got his head voice to sound like his regular voice. What episode is this? God damn it.
128.
Are you sure? You never know, and now you're gonna tell me you know suddenly. Shit, it's 128. He knows. He fucking knows.